Hello. I was talking to myself for a solid, okay, not 30 seconds, but 10 seconds. And then I realized I hadn't added myself to the stream. So we went live. I just wasn't on the stream. So thankfully I realized and I was like, isn't my face normally in the window? But anyway, Sarah, hello. How are you this morning? It is great to be back. I was sick last week. I don't sound as congested anymore. I still feel it though, which is a little annoying, but I'm good. Like I'm nothing, it's more just annoying than it is anything else. Um, I do have a little, sorry. I will try my best not to do any of that. But yeah, like it's all just the leftover. That's there. But thankfully, it was really sweet. You guys commented on my post and were like, feel better. So I'm very thankful for y'all. I think I got better because of y'all, honestly. It was kind of a quick one, but I did. It just would not have been fun if I was on the live with y'all last Wednesday. So it's good to be back. That does technically mean that the end of September giveaway for the gift card will be today. So we'll still do everything, and then October I guess will be slightly shorter, and it's also going to be slightly shorter because I won't be here for one of the weeks because I will be on vacation. But yes, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to no longer be sick, and just I'd rather be chit-chatting with y'all all day long. So hello, Darcy. Monica, good morning. Christina, hello, Fiber Friend. And thank you for the hellos to all the Fiber Friends here. Yolanda, how are you? Darcy, I missed y'all. I really did. So what's funny is I actually had time off in general, and I was gonna be like on a little vacation with just like my husband and my dogs. Like we went nearby, little staycation, if you will. But I did have planned to just still do my live because I love talking with y'all. But it just so happened that I ended up just being sick, and it was like, no, I can't be talking for more than honestly 5 minutes. But I missed y'all, but it was really funny because I did technically have the time off, but I was still gonna do the live anyway. Lindsay, good morning. Kimberly, Carla, hello. Steph, you're here. Hi, hello everyone from Steph. Steph, happy you're here. I always love the little rooster as your picture. So cute. The fox's lair. Is it lair? Am I saying that right? I question now everything. But hello. I'm so happy you're here. We're getting cooler weather in Texas finally. Oh, that's great to hear, Sarah. So what's funny is we had like a little baby heat wave. Then it got cool again, like 50s, like 60s, like give or take a degree, 60s, right? And then we're hitting like into 50s right now. I'm in London, and I'm in my favorite sweatshirt. We're back to representing Tony. I keep telling Crochet Foundry and Furls, I'm like, listen, we need merch because I'll wear it. So we're back to sweater weather. I love sweater weather. It's my favorite time of year. I just love being cozy and warm. If I can get warm, sometimes I just feel a little cool and cozy. But anyway, but I'm glad it's cooling off in Texas. I promise you, like anytime the warehouse would be like, it's 100 degrees. I'm like, how? It's like 50 degrees here. I feel like it's just always hot. But I'm glad it's cooling off. Jessica, good morning to you. How are you doing? Shy wave while holding Leo hook. Yes, Angel of Darkness 4777. Yes, 3. It is a crochet along, right? So I do have my work in progress here, which I'm still working on. I left my darn sleeve downstairs, but it's fine. I can show off what I'm working on, which is, oh my goodness, can I reach it? Yes, I can. Which is it's the Bishop cardigan from the September issue. I have all my little, I have my skeins of yarn. Here, and where's my teal one? Oh, it's in there. But anyway, so I am working on that. I just left my sleeve downstairs so I could show you more of it, but it's coming together slowly but surely. I will say, I went to the US, I was home, I came back, my husband got sick, then I got sick, and I've had no time literally to crochet or knit for that matter, like at all. But yeah, so that is why I have my hook and I was waving it around shyly, casually. I do love my Leo. We were just actually talking in our, company-wide group channel of how much we love the Leo hook. So I hope y'all like it too. Amanda, hello, how are you? I love the hair. I hope your hair's still gorgeously purple and potentially a little blue. I can't tell from the picture, but very pretty. Good morning, Sanita. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you again. It was really sweet. I got many messages, and honestly, I felt so. I was like, I feel special being sick. So, Monique, how are you? I can I just say I always love those glasses. I see them every time. I'm just gonna pop them back up so everybody can see. But anyway, I have a stuffy nose, and 3 of my foster kittens are all snotty too. I guess it's like it must just be, well, granted I'm in the UK and you're in Canada stuff, but I feel it's just that time of season, the changing of the seasons, everybody's just getting a little something. So I'm glad we're all kind of on the same boat. I hope everybody feels good. When will the new yarn become available? Monica, this is a great question. When you say new yarn, what new yarn are you talking about? I know we've mentioned, we being Furls have mentioned that we have yarn coming out that's a collaboration with Lola Bean. That's really exciting. So are you talking about that yarn? Or are you talking about New Wander yarn? I don't know if that's been talked about. I hope it has, because technically I just mentioned it. I'm sure Pam has mentioned it at some point. So we will be getting new colors hopefully in a few weeks. I don't know exact details. I don't even know what colors they are. I should know, but I don't. Yeah, Monica, what yarn were you talking about? I'm very curious now. If Pam had not announced the new yarn, then oopsie, I just did. I'm sure she has. There's no way she hasn't. Maybe she mentioned it with with Coco Crochet Lee. Maybe that's when. That's my only thought. Okay, now I'm getting too distracted on what yarn and what be, and I felt bad. I was like, did I just say something I wasn't supposed to? We're fine. I'm sure she said it anyway. Good morning. Hello, Gabby. Are you still? I remember we shared one of your reels, and they were so fun. You were in Disney World, or Disneyland. I can't remember. You were just crocheting along. It was so fun. I hope you had a great trip. Kathy, hello. How are you? It is great to be back, y'all. Like I said, I was on vacation. I was about to take you with me because I was like, I still want to go on the live. But my congestion got the best of me. But it's been good. We have a lot of fun stuff brewing. October is officially releasing tomorrow for Crochet Foundry. So it's really fun. I think there's 8 designs, if I'm not mistaken. We'll show the cover this week. Or yeah, like today. I'll show you the cover for October. And if you have the subscription, you already have the October issue in your account. If I'm not mistaken, that should have come out last Friday. And if you're just waiting for that, for it to hit the public, it will be this Friday. So I can show you the cover. I can give you some bits and details. But then next week, we will go over all the actual designs. And there's some fun ones in here. The cover is really, really nice. I can't wait to show y'all. But yeah, I think I'm 99% sure there's 8 designs. I want to say there are. But it should be good. I'm very excited. Carol, hello, how are you? Sweet dog. And I love dogs. It's just a thing. So I happened to notice the pup. Maggie, hello. Miss Karen, hello from Forest Hills, New York City. I'm happy you're here. And let's see, it's 61 in New Mexico, 10 a.m. here. Yeah, I mean, that's probably warmer than what the high is for today here. I do think it's going to go back to 75 this weekend, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is. I don't know. I had that on the other day, though, however, it's very warm in Toronto. Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's cooling in some places and it's not, but yeah, we're back to sweater weather, y'all. I'm already behind in the comments. But I love when y'all comment. I love to read them all. It's pretty bad. I'm excited to wear hoodies again. Yolanda, I am with you. I cannot wait to be comfortable again. We need wearable merch. That's what I've been telling them. I do think we're on that track for both Crochet Foundry and Furls. I'm crossing my fingers that is true. I mean, I think it's true, but I hope we stay on track is what I'm saying. Because who doesn't listen, take me anywhere. I'm like, I want to commemorate that. So I want a shirt, or I want a little, normally I do the hoodless sweater. So I guess it's like a crew neck is what they call it. I just want it, or a zippy, like a zip up. Listen, any day. all day long. I'll wear it like it's my job. It's kind of my job, but like I would wear it more than it would be required for my job. So I'm telling them, and we all want it. Anyway, I have told this. I have said this. I do think we're on the right track to March. So hopefully sooner rather than later, we will all have the wearable merch we want. We had a storm roll through last night, so we have all fall weather today. Well, Lindsay, I hope it's a nice, enjoyable fall weather. Sometimes after storms, it can be a little, but I'm busting through some cardigans and finally people can wear them. That's so nice. I'm so that's so cool. Like, so you're making the cardigans and that's so exciting. I don't have too many cardigans I'm trying to think of right now. I think I have like a very basic, I think it was just like rectangle and then just cinch it at the wrist and blah, blah. But I should make one. That's why I'm very excited for this one, because it'll be like, I don't have too many big projects that I've done. And especially something like this that is so like fun and detailed. And again, I love the texture of the Bishop cardigan. This is by Leanna from Crafty Bones, just as a disclaimer. So this is a Crochet Foundry pattern. So yeah, I'm very excited to have another cardigan. And I love the fact that people are wearing your cardigans. That's so fun. I'm glad. Yeah. Windy here today. All the pretty leaves are falling off. Oh, so sad. I do love the pretty leaves. I've been using nothing but Leos lately. Okay, I have another Leo hook here. I know we're here for Crochet Foundry, I know, but we all talk frills anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you don't love frills hooks, that's totally fine. Please know that you are welcome here. We want you here. We'll just take a second to talk about how pretty these hooks are. I personally love like the translucency of some of them. I'm like, I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm not like a makeup influencer with my tutorials. I love these. In the light, they're so pretty. Like, just aesthetically, it's just so pretty. But I love my Leo hooks. I am not normally an orangey kind of color person, but I find these to be so pretty. I know it was funny because I was like, I don't mean this in any mean way at all. It was just funny because there was somebody, I can't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram. I think it might have been Facebook, who was like, please release Leo, but I beg of you, please, nothing yellow or orange. And at that point, I can't remember if when that came out, I already knew what the color was. And I didn't know what to say. But I think I already knew because I didn't know how to respond because I knew they were going to be orange. And then, of course, when they came out, they were like upset because they were orange. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I love these hooks. I think they're so pretty. I'm not an orange person at all, but these are so pretty. I love them. So anyway, that's the last thing I'll say. I'm glad, Sarah, that you are loving your Leo hooks. I'm right with you. And yeah, I hope more people like them. And if not, that's okay, because you all have different tastes and that's totally fine. There is no right or wrong answer with any of this. I just thought it was really funny. And I also felt kind of bad. Amanda, I love that your hair is always like that. Oh, I used to have hair very similar. I miss it. Let's see. So does this mean we will have more hooks with the smoky look? Interesting. Smoky look. Are you saying kind of like that little, like that kind of thingy, like that kind of smoky? Is that what we're talking about, Lindsay? I could be wrong. I hope so. I will say I am the person out of like the people you normally see, like a Lorraine, Pam. Crystal hasn't been on in a minute, but Crystal, I would say I almost spoke about myself in third person. Myself and Davida will probably be the ones that know the least amount of details. So I'm not quite sure. I do know of some things that are coming out. We do have somebody emailed in asking about if we have more non-zodiac hooks coming, and the answer is yes. I just don't know when exactly, but they're happening. So for people who don't like zodiac, I just want to put that out there. Now I'm gonna say, okay, now I'm finished. I'm finished with my frills chit chat. Let's see. Oh, Steph, you started your traveling vine shawl. Make sure you share a picture when you're ready. So, okay, so I will, speaking of pictures, speaking of Crochet Foundry patterns, this is a crochet along, as it's titled. It's very difficult for me to crochet along as I do this because I talk with my hands. But normally if I have something small enough to work on, I can like chit chat and crochet. So the only there's, I believe, 2 rules, which is post. Okay, I'm going to actually share this right now. So this is, like I said, we missed last week because I was sick. Kind of stinks. But that means if you're still working on something Crochet Foundry related and you didn't post it on the post I'm sharing right now, you still can. So just share a little picture and that's all. So it just has to be Crochet Foundry and you just have to post a little picture of it in the comments of the post I just shared, the link that I just shared. That's kind of it. So those are the 2 rules. Crochet Foundry pattern. It can be from whenever, wherever, like as long as it's Crochet Foundry 2021, 2022, whenever you want. Any season, small, large, whatever. And you just have to post a little picture on the link I shared. So once at the end of this, like this, not episode, this live, I could not remember. At the end of this live, we'll pick a winner and they will get a Furls $25 gift card. So that's kind of like the monthly crochet along bit. I have many projects going on, so it's kind of fun to like try to have one to always use here and like work on it. I know there's a couple viewers that love to work on one specific project, and there's a couple of viewers that work on all the different projects. But hey, you can put it on the picture and you could potentially win. So that's what we do at the end of every month. Yeah, so very casual, very chill. We've had feedback that we love the casual, and we'll have feedback that we would also love a more structured thing. I'm hoping by 2024 we can have both, where it will be a structured crochet along, and they probably wouldn't be like, we've had this one going since January, like the first week of January, and the fact we've made it here this long, and the fact that y'all tune in every week, honestly, it blows my mind because I'm like, who wants to hear me chit chat? I do think the plus is that I do love to read as many of your comments so you feel involved in the sharing as well. But still, that's a long time to be doing a live every week with the occasional I'm sick or I'm out of town type of thing. So, but yeah, it's been great. I want to keep this going. So hopefully that's what my goal is 2024, to have something to keep this going. And then hopefully at different times of the year, we do a more structured crochet along. It's just to find balance because I love like the casualness of this, so anyone can pop in and out kind of when they want. And if you don't finish by a certain, if you don't get to a certain point in the pattern, you're not behind. You're just working at your own pace. So I'll make sure to try to get something like that can work for everybody. But yeah, so anyway, I will continue with the comments because I'm now very behind the comments. But yeah, Jessica Roy, yeah, no sweater weather yet. The high today where I'm at will be 90 degrees. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of very similar to where my parents are. My family, my friends, it's like 85 and plus. Oh, thank you so much. 8 new designs and a bonus pattern and tutorial for DIY. Okay, this DIY yarn t-shirt, I think we've mentioned this before. I think kind of in passing months ago. And I'm so happy we have this. It sounds like kind of funny to be like, this magazine is by the people for the people, but it's kind of the thought that comes into my mind because I feel like we talked about this months ago, very casually and like passing of what to do with like a lot of t-shirts, and it's like doing t-shirt yarn. This is what I needed. So thank you, Heather / Crochet Foundry, for providing this in the October issue. I get excited for what's in the magazine every month because since it's always been a great magazine, and I cannot stress that enough. I love the patterns. I love the size inclusivity. I love that they're pattern tested, tech edited. Like, I love all that. And I just love the fun mix that Heather is adding with a little bit more information and articles and interviews and stuff like that we get to see. And I'm like, let me just pull it up. I will pull up the website just so every now and then people need the link, and I like to share the link, and sometimes people don't want to ask. I will share it because honestly I should be sharing this a lot more. However, so yeah, October officially releases for everyone on Friday, and thank you Crochet Foundry, 8 new designs and a bonus pattern and tutorial for DIY yarn, t-shirt yarn. I'm going to be doing that because we won't get started on textile waste, but it does sometimes get to me, and I love that. But then also t-shirt yarn, when you buy it like for online, is kind of expensive. Well, for me, it's expensive. That's why I've actually never bought it, because I'm like, low yardage, high price point. I can't do this. So this is fantastic because this is literally what I need. So thank you to our magazine. I love the interview in the October issue. There's some really, there's a great interview in there. There's some good stuff. Let me share, before I get too distracted, let me just share the cover. What I also love is that this cover was designed by one of the designers in the issue. So very similar with how Leanna from Crafty Bones, she did the September one. She had the Bishop cardigan, and it was her cardigan that was on the cover, and she designed the cover of the issue. I'm repeating myself and things are starting to make sense, but I hope they still make sense. I'm blaming my slight congestion that's left over. Hopefully that's not too much information. Let me see. Okay. This is the right screen. There we go. This is October. I feel like October is like holding on to those little bits of that. I mean, Jessica, you're in 90-degree weather. Yeah, Gabby, you're in 100-degree weather. You're still holding on to those bits of summer, but we're also slightly transitioning now for some places into the cooler weather. I feel like this is October, and it's kind of like the cover, I feel like, says that. She looks cozy, but she still has a really cute crochet little shawl. Yeah, I think it's a shawl. That's what you call it. And it has those elements of summer still in it. I love this. Okay. I just remembered and I wanted to highlight this. So we have Tanis. We met Tanis. There's an interview that is with Tanis Simpson. Yeah, that's her last name. And we met her in Canada when Pam and I were there, and Steph. It was great. Steph, you were with us when we met her. And she does Kiviat yarn, which is, first of all, I didn't even know what that was. So maybe you already know what this is. It's just like a large animal, right? And I don't want to be really wrong, but it's kind of like it's not a cow, it's not a buffalo, but it's a kiwi. I don't know how to explain it, and I feel really silly for not knowing the proper words. But anyway, excuse me, she is native to Canada, and I believe it was like a whole family thing. You could get this animal only where her family was originally from. Now she lives in Edmonton. However, she explained the whole process. She does the whole thing where she picks like the fiber from the hide. And it's also like very low waste, because then they only get the hides, but then like the community uses the whole animal, which is again something that I absolutely love. But it's amazing. She's amazing. And the Kiviat yarn is just so soft and warm. I was amazed by how soft it was. And I'd never heard of it. I still don't know like too much about it, like all the details. However, I just know it's a super lovely yarn, but also just super useful in staying warm. So it totally makes sense that, like, in a way, it kind of makes sense that somebody from South Carolina doesn't know about it, but then somebody in Canada, like a lot of people in Canada, it's a very precious yarn that they like have. And in general, just fiber. But yeah, that's a super fun interview that I'm glad y'all get to read. So if you have the subscription, then you already have October. If you don't, then you can get it and check it out on Friday. We also do the seasonal bundles. I'll just put that out there. If you kind of like to go by season, you don't want the subscription. With the subscription, you do get oh wow, I picked the right size on the first go. You get a 5mm hook, and you get a large tote bag, and you get the 12 issues starting from that month. And then you can also do a seasonal bundle, which you then get September, October, November, and then, if you do winter, you'll get December, January, February, etc. Anyway, I just want to put that out there. And if you just want to try out one issue, you totally can. You can get a single issue or a single pattern, even if you want it. But the better deal, technically, when you're considering pattern versus issue, is the issue. Anyway, I'm getting back to the comments because I am not sharing enough. Diane, hello, you're here. I'm happy you're here. That was 15 minutes ago, but I'm happy you're here. I'm very excited. What about ooh, Tracy, that's a good question. What about a pattern for a crochet/knit hoodie? So I believe we do have patterns for crochet hoodies on Crochet Foundry. I can look them very quickly, or Steph, if you're watching, feel free to peruse. I'm 99% sure I've seen. We also, for like a full length, pretty much hoodie. And then we have some other styles that are like slightly cropped. and that has a hoodie. So there's actually a few patterns with hoodies on there. I know for a fact that there is. I just don't remember the actual names at this time. Glitter yarn. Oh my goodness, where did we start talking about glitter yarn? I love glitter yarn. I've never used it though, but I've always been very intrigued. Let's see. Today's hoodie of choice for me reads, I just want to drink tea, create stuff, and sleep. Life goals. Honestly, I'm sure we are all there. I am not. Yeah, I wish I could just crochet and like be merry for the rest of my life. And so I mean, but honestly, I do love my job. I can't complain, but work is still work. And sometimes you have to do the more boring side of it, and it's not as exciting. But let's see. I've been joining knitting knitting circles on Fridays. There are crocheters, but I want to mention I've learned and taught so much hanging out. Highly recommend it if you have one around you. Oh, that's fun. It reminds me of these lives with Victoria. You're so sweet. I love it. Yeah. If y'all, anyone who meets in person to crochet with other people or knit, honestly, so awesome. That's something I'm wanting to do here locally for myself and like start a group, because I think if you can meet in person, that's so special. Like I love doing this live and I want to continue doing this like on the internet with y'all. But then if you could also like excuse my dog. So, but if you could also like meet people in person, that'd be super fun. I would like, it would be so fun to talk with people like in person as well. In a work meeting, I will miss Whip Wednesday live. I'm so sorry, Kayla. I'm so sorry you're working. It's fine. I hope you're still able to work, but then you can still kind of listen. Feel free to drop out if you can, but I get the whole missing out. It's really a bummer. Let's see. Love that you're still welcome, even if you don't love them. Yes, Kim, you're totally fine if you don't love them. Let's see. Don't you just love when you make something for someone and you actually see them wearing it? It's like ultimate success in my book. Yeah, that's so fun. I think we were like referring back to, I believe it was Amanda who was like, it's finally like cardigan weather. It's so sweet. I honestly, all the people who, if you make things for people, first of all, that is just amazing. We've all talked about, I'm a selfish crocheter, maker. I make things for myself. I am making little hats for some friends for the trip we're going on, but that's about it. It will be very nice to see them wearing it though. And then, but yeah, no, it's super sweet when people actually do use what you make them. I think I would like cry. That'd be a gift for me. So that's what I love about the Leo hooks. It's a translucent look to them. Yeah, we're so behind, y'all. I'm so sorry, but literally, I'm not sorry because I love these hooks. I love them. Anyway, thank you, Diane, for that input and for sharing, because that's what I love too. The question. Okay, question, Victoria. Have you tried the white hooks with dark yarn? Did it make the work smoother? Yeah. So do I have it with me? I do not. Oh no, yes, I do. So even with this purple that I'm using for the Bishop cardigan, it is a little dark. So if I don't have the right lining, even then it can be a little tricky. So I did use this one. I haven't used it with actual black yarn yet, but with the darker lining, with this dark purple, like, yeah, okay, the camera does kind of pick up the darkness of it. It was, I can't say that it was necessarily smoother. I don't know if that's the word I would use personally. However, it felt almost, how do I describe it? Like I could, like because when you're sticking the hook through the stitch, right? It felt really easy to kind of keep going. So I guess, yeah, smoother could be the word that we're looking for, because I'll just pull back a couple stitches. Yeah, when you're like starting to pick through the hook, if I had a darker hook, especially if it was a darker hook, but like just in the low lighting, you can't always see the different, I mean, that's the whole point, like low lighting, dark yarn, can't see it. So yeah, no, I would actually say it was actually a nice change, because then at that point, as soon as you stick through your hook into the yarn, you can see that set, like you can see then the different part of the stitch and where your hook is going. So yeah, I actually would say it was very clever. I want to do more of this with black yarn, like black yarn, and kind of see how it compares time-wise, because I would say if I'm looking at my yarn more, like I can crochet without looking, but if I'm looking down and looking at my work, with black yarn is still very difficult with like even like a silver hook, like a metal hook or something like that. So I'm very excited to actually use this with black yarn. But no, I did use it with this one in low lighting, and it was surprising. Like, I mean, in theory it should work, but you never know. Sometimes things don't work how we think. So I will task myself with trying it specifically with black yarn and see how that goes as well. So Lindsay, I will keep you posted. Let's see. They are Jurassic Park hooks. So Curated Life by Wigglebutt Crochet, my favorite one. We actually did it. We were all like, this is like the Jurassic Park hook. It is pretty fun. We were hoping to, you wouldn't find it. It was like, what is it? Like a mosquito that they found in the movie? Anyway, I'm getting too distracted. It's all just fun things for me. I just love talking about all of this. I'm loving so many people say they love their Leo hook. It's so fun. Oh, yeah, let's see. I love all the new Furl Streamline hooks. I love to see what the next new color is. I don't even know if I know I think I have an idea of what the next one is. It's not a Zodiac hook. I think you'll like it. I think if it's the one that I'm thinking, it should be a new-ish kind of hook. I don't want to give too much away. I didn't actually watch what Pam's live last Friday, so maybe I should, just in case she has already shared details, but I don't know. I don't want to give too much away. Let's see. Would a Furls gift card... That's a good question, Lindsay. Would a Furls gift card work with Crochet Foundry site? No. However, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to run this past... No. You know what? Crochet Foundry, if you're still watching, /Heather, if you're still watching, you can send me a message on the side with the final answer. But I would, if you win the gift card, and it's technically a Furls gift card, and you would like a Crochet Foundry one, let me know in the email once we get to that. And if this ever comes up, just let me know in the email, and we can chit chat about it. Okay, so that's I hadn't thought about that, but I don't know why. You would think. Yeah, Yolanda, I hope you got your coffee. It's totally fine. Let's see. I get lost. There we go. I could totally use that gift card. I'm going broke buying all the Furls hooks, but they're totally worth it. I do love my hooks. I use other ones sometimes, and for me, it really is the handle. So I know that is the thing for a lot of people, and some people just like how they look, and that's totally fine. And some people don't like them at all, and that's also totally fine. Please know I will never judge someone for not liking Furls hooks. Your hands are your hands. My hands are my hands. Well, we can't always agree with everything, and it's fine. Out of all the things in life to disagree on, this is fine. Let's see. Honestly, I love lives because it gives more content to absorb while doing chores, homeschool, knitting, and crochet. Honestly, I feel the same way. I love, even like if I don't catch a live sometimes, and I can rewatch like I don't catch it live, I should say, I like to then rewatch it still, because I'm like, oh, this is great information, and I just keep it in the background while I'm doing other things, like you mentioned, chores, homeschool. Well, I don't homeschool, but you know what I mean. But yeah, no, it's I enjoy doing these. We love doing them, and I hope we can do more in future. See, definitely not sweating the weather yet in Central PA. Lisa, you stay cool as long as you need to. It is kind of wild sometimes that it can be so many varying temperatures. I know that's like normal things, but when I think about it, it amazes me. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Crochet Foundry. They said, other articles, Victoria's Crochet Fashion Week Diary. Oh, yes, I shared a lot of, it's actually kind of fun. I love going to any yarny crochet event, and knitting, I'll say. Any kind of event like that. I will say I do have a soft spot for crochet, and I think it's because everything is so skewed for knitting. We've already touched base. We won't get too much into it. So I definitely do have a soft spot for anything more crochet related. But I'm fortunate enough to go to some of these things, and then I just want to share with y'all. So this was a really fun, it really kind of is a diary entry. I did write it almost, I wrote it from, I think, first person perspective, I should say, because I was using I and things like that. And it was just fun to share some of the excitement, and I wanted to share so much more of the excitement. And I think since this piece is coming out with October, I'm sure we can totally talk about like more of the details once it's officially public released. Just because Crochet Fashion Week was super, super fun, and I met so many lovely, fun people, and I hope that you get to meet them at some point. Right, we'll have them on the live and stuff like that. And yeah, it was so much more. And then there's also a really fun little article interview from MJ. Yeah, interview with Michelle Moore from MJ's Off the Hook. And it's the Mosaic Crochet Journey. So we all know we love Michelle Moore, super talented. So it is really fun to kind of just learn a little bit more about the process. So, but yeah, anyway, I hope you like October. I love October. Like, again, it feels like a really fun mix of still not fully cold, but getting colder. We love that. Let's see. I love when we talk to Heather and we ask her things. Let's see. Oh, please let Heather know. It would be so awesome to see info on how to change up things we have, i.e. adding crochet arms to an existing sweatshirt we have. Would be so cool to repurpose things. Christina, that is a fantastic point. We have been talking in general about like upcycling, repurposing things, all this stuff in the because there's so much waste in the world. Again, we were not going into the details. However, it is a problem, and it is so great to find different ideas. I know there's someone I do have in mind that did remind me. I don't want to give too much away, but Clarissa Beth, she designed for us a couple. It was in the spring, I believe, maybe April or March. She did a teapot cozy, and she had some really fun, cute things on her social media. I think she was repurposing. I think it was one of them was a top, and then I think she was talking like slippers too. So I'm gonna write a note so then maybe we can. I know we're already working on things like that to share with y'all, but I would love to almost have like an interview with her. So, Christina, thank you so much for bringing that up so I could remember. We're literally writing. I have to write it. I'm so sorry. I don't want to waste your time with me writing, but I have to write it down. Otherwise, I don't remember. I'm very sorry about that. Let's see. It reminds me. Oh, yes, Yolanda, you love the cover. I love the cover. It's so sweet. I think this is Heather's relative. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I could have made that up, but I don't think I did. It could be Heather's sister. Maybe. Don't take it to heart, but I think it is. Thank you. So Kiviat yarn is from Musk Ox. There was an animal in my head I could picture, and I didn't know how to express it. And thank you, Crochet Foundry, for having me and taking care of me when I can't find the right words. Musk Ox. I even remember hearing this for the first time and not knowing even how to Google it, like to spell it, because I have a lot to learn in this life. And excuse me, sorry. Ashley, hello. Ashley Wester's Crochet and Knitting Channel. Hello, I'm happy you're here. Have we chatted before? I don't feel like I remember, but hopefully we have. And if not, hello, welcome. And I'm glad you're here for the first time maybe, or at least first time commenting. Let's see. I know what you're talking about. I had to look it up to learn more. Yeah, but the musk ox, we were struggling. I was struggling, Diane. Thank you for letting me know I'm not alone. Kayla, we're going to have a massive cool down on Friday. Looking forward to weather. It's the best combination of words, y'all. I cannot stop saying it. Sweater weather. Anyway, if you like soft, you should try Malabrigos. I've been wanting to try Malabrigos. If any of you have tried Malabrigo yarn, feel free to let me know. I've been eyeing it. I've been wanting to try it, and I'm very curious. This is slightly related. You know, I like to run my ideas past you all of like what you want to see, what you want to hear. And I guess also in a way, what you value seeing and hearing, right? I feel like I need to put some of my, not knowledge, maybe opinions to use. And I would be curious if y'all would care about hearing about different yarns and things like that, like preferences or pros and cons. Would you be interested? I'm just curious because I think because Crochet Foundry, like we include the yarn that is used for the pattern, right? But I'm curious if we can also provide, like, if you would care to have like either good substitutions or just almost like a little guide. I don't know if maybe it could be a blog post where we talk about just different good substitutions to keep in mind, what to consider if you really only go by like, you know, yardage per gram, like, because sometimes things are labeled as DK, even though the yardage is closer to a worsted. I'm just curious. I probably won't get to your answers for another 20 minutes because I'm a slow person today, but I'm just curious. I would love to hear your perspective if that's something you find useful, or if it's like, maybe not. And that's totally fine if that's the answer. I have no issue. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything major. I went through the new mag to check off my next couple of projects. Lisa, I can't wait to see what they are. Let's see. Oh, we were asking for a hoodie and we have a hoodie. I'm going to look it up right now. There we go. This is great. Thank you so much, Crochet Foundry Paige. You're very, very useful. I knew if I spoke it out, someone would come back to me. Sometimes it's some of you. I know there's been times where I think, Christina, you're like, yeah, this is the dress. Or even Darcy, I feel like you've been like, oh, it's been this one. So I love it. Let's see. Yes, this is exactly the hoodie I was thinking about. Let me share it. Well, that's the link, but let me share a picture so you can see what it looks like. And by share, I'll just have to share my screen. Let's see, 1 second. We're behind, but we're getting to everything. I promise you that. I'm sure it's like whiplash for everybody's like, I commented this like 15 minutes ago. Why are we going back to it? Anyway, I hope I'm not annoying anyone with my going back and forth. I am a little slower today. Clearly not on the full mend. Anyway, so this is the hoodie. Yes, this is the exact hoodie I was thinking of. Bonfire Snuggles hoodie crochet, and it's by Jessica Herb from Her Stitches. She's super awesome, super sweet, and from excuse me. Let's see, did it? Oh, I wish I had more pictures. Anyway, but there we go. We can zoom in a little, and I like from this, it's a thicker yarn, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's not like, sometimes I get a little, I personally, maybe y'all don't, but personally, sometimes I get a little intimidated when something is like a full sweater, like, because I normally do crop tops. So then it's like half the length and not even full sleeves. So sometimes when it's a little bit bigger, I get a little intimidated, but this one, excuse me, because it's not like a super lightweight yarn. Oh, I can even potentially find out the yarn. It works up a lot quicker. So I will stop sharing this. Apologies if you can hear my sweet little dog giving a little growl. It's a bulky weight yarn. Thank you. So it uses a bulky weight yarn. So that's working up quick, y'all. I know some of us do not have the time to be cranking out full-on hoodies, but some of you do, and that's honestly, I'm glad you do. That's honestly fantastic, because you can lay all your worries on your work and just crochet it out. Anyway, let's see. I enjoy Tunisian too. Oh, we're talking about Tunisian crochet. Excuse me. Oh, okay, I'm seeing this. That is my goal for 2024, to work on my cute Ravelry patterns. So many, yeah. I have a list of patterns. I have many goals. See, I'm working through a Tunisian cat, learning so much. I learned a lot about Tunisian crochet by just doing a Tunisian crochet along. That's what's really funny too. Let's see. And Steph, thank you. We're all bringing up the Bonfire Snuggles hoodie. I knew we had one. That's why I was like, I know for a fact we have it. And that's exactly the one I was thinking. Let's see. I think there's a group of ladies that meet at the next town over to knit and crochet. I love that, Yolanda. Well, if you ever go, just tell us about it the next time. I would love to know. I love to hear about all this stuff. Like I said, that's something I'm trying to start. So maybe one day I can. Excuse me. I would love to try the buffalo yarn. I just feel bad for not knowing the actual animal. It's an ox. But yeah, it's like super incredibly soft. Like I thought like the softest I'd ever touch was normally like a Surrey alpaca yarn. That kind of like lace weight yarn. It was softer than that, which is very hard to even process. So let's see. We can't see you with the comment up. Oh, I'm so sorry. You couldn't see my work. My bad. Sometimes I can't. I'm actually very curious. I've had questions about sometimes with the comment being up and then what I'm doing. But yeah, this is my work. I know this was like 20 minutes ago. I'm going to try to catch up, y'all. I promise. Let's see. It's like it's not scrolling. There we go. I do that too. Use lighter colors, streamline with darker yarn, and some light with lighter yarn. I'll pick a darker hook. Honestly, I don't know why I hadn't done this before. I don't know why. I think normally I just go with whatever I'm in the mood for, if that makes any sense with my hooks. If I have multiples of that size, and if I don't, then I just use the one size. But I don't know why it did not cross my mind until I saw a white hook and I had black yarn in my hand. And I was like, wait a minute. So the fact that like this isn't just a normal thing that I've done always is kind of silly of me. So I think this is great advice. Kimberly, you're just full of good advice and kindness. Hello, the Naked Snail. I'm always happy you're here. I'm very curious how you came up with the name Naked Snail. How crochets. Oh, now Victoria's spilling the beans. Like I said, I don't know. I don't even know the beans I have because I don't know what Pam says on lives and stuff like that. So it does kind of crack me up. Ola Joe, so happy you're here. I've been lurking, was opening Adeline. OMG, it's gorgeous. So happy you just even lurking. I'm so happy you're here, Ola Joe. I hope you love your Adeline case. I have mine somewhere. It is very pretty. I very much like it. Let's see, there are two different. Interesting. There are two different shops, so I don't think it would just work. We're talking about the gift card here. We might be able to work it out with customer service. I'm sure we could work it out with customer service, but I'm not the boss, so I shouldn't just be saying things. The Naked Snail. I would love Scorpio hook. It will happen. I almost hit my table, but then I thought maybe that's a little too loud. It will happen, I promise you. Can you add the Crochet Foundry magazine to your cart and furls? Yes, that is, so you can do that. That is, we offer the monthly issues of Crochet Foundry magazine on furls. So if you did ever, like sometimes you'll see it pop up like closer to your checkout and it's like, do you want to add? And then also you can add the individual months. Yeah. For a second, I questioned myself, but you can't do that. It's a good question, How Crochet. It's a very good question. Let's see, I'm making sure I can crochet and knit while being blindfolded. Wow. I want to say I wish that was me. As in, like, I want to say me too, but it's not. And that's why, and I was like, I wish that was me. There's a lot of people who crochet and knit without looking, and I find that super, super cool. I wish I could, like I said. But yeah. Let's see. It's not letting you post again, Monique. Oh no. Are you talking about on the, sorry, I just didn't know, it was like, wait, on the group or on the comments? I'm very curious, but let me know. We'll see if we can work this out. I know we had this issue before. It's very frustrating. The seam article was amazing. I learned so much from that. Sorry, I'm like, again, I learned so much from Crochet Foundry. I am very thankful I work here and I can get the inside scoop. And the inside scoop just means I just see the magazine maybe 2 weeks before you do. But I thought the same thing about that seam article. And I remember when I was first starting to see, I don't know why, the seams just did not work for me. It did not. And so now I have like my own like preferred methods, but it was a lot of trial and error. And I wish I would have had something like that, which I'm sure if I looked, I maybe could have found it, but I don't know. Cause I remember watching videos and my seaming just did not come out the way it did for other people. So I did try. Now that I'm like putting myself down. I'm like, I could have just looked. I did look. Anyway, I agree with you, Monique. It was a good article. Let's see. Speaking of Yarny events. Yeah, we love a Yarny event. SoCal Fiber Fest. Gabby, so funny you say that. I was just looking at that the other day and I was like, oh, that'd be fun to go to. By looking at that the other day, I mean, looking at that yesterday. And yeah, anyway. So anyway. It's just funny you said it. Please tell me they are making a Libra hook currently. Addie Gees. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced that. 23. I do know a Libra hook is happening. I am unsure where they are in the process of that one. But please know we will have all of the zodiac signs. I promise you that. Anyway. And see, an opal hook would be amazing. I know. I would love. I'm a very opinionated person. If you couldn't tell already from all these little chats we have, I always send in I'm like, listen, I would love to see this. I would love to see that. The people have spoken. And I sometimes become the voice of the people. Not really, but because I do see what y'all say. I do say, oh, I have heard that they really want to. So know that we are here for you. Speaking of Yarny events, what is the name of the Rhinebeck event? I think I want to make plans to attend next year. Lindsay, that's a great question. So technically you have Rhinebeck is, it's so funny you like bring this up because I I mean, I know I brought up Journey events. I love Journey events. I can't get over it. I've never been to Rhinebeck. I've been to so many different ones, but I've never been to Rhinebeck. That is technically the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, okay? That's over a couple of days of the I can't remember if it's the exact same weekend, but I think they try to do the like similar weekend around the 17th to the 20th kind of time frame, maybe 20 to 22nd, just depending where it falls. But that's the New York State and New York State Sheep and Wool Festival. However, that's in like upstate New York, right? However, you then have all like these little side gatherings and other festivals happening at the same time. So it's kind of like a weekend that you could do if you wanted, because you could do Wool and Folk, which is like 30 minutes away, the day before. And then also I know there's Indie Unraveled that's either also the day before or the day after. They kind of work together in a way. I was going to say they're like in cahoots. I actually don't think they're in cahoots. Like they don't, as in they don't, I think it's a negative connotation. I shouldn't say cahoots. They're like, it's not like it's the same umbrella event, but there's different things that go together. So you have, like I said, you have Wool and Folk, which I think this year they're doing even like a dinner and just kind of hang out with different people on Thursday. Then I think they're doing vending on Friday. Then you have like the vending of Sheep and Wool / Rhinebeck, the actual like Rhinebeck that's in Rhinebeck, New York, on like that Saturday, Sunday. I think they do workshops and classes also the days before. And then in the Untangled, I want to say is also like on that Friday. And they're all like within like a 30-minute radius of each other. So that is Rhinebeck. It's super fun. I personally follow a lot of people, and also like I know Furls and Crochet Foundry work with and follow a bunch of different people that attend these events, and it's super fun to see them there. Yeah, I don't know if it's been mentioned, but Lorene and Pam will actually be at this year's Rhinebeck. Kind of casually, like there's not like a booth or anything. But Lorene and Pam will be there, which is very exciting. I'm very jealous, but it's fine. I will be actually out on vacation for that. So I'm not to it, but it's fine. I will have a good time regardless. So that is Rhinebeck as a whole. So I like to go, it's kind of like a weekend though, and it kind of is more than just one event. But technically Rhinebeck is Sheep and Wool, like New York Sheep and Wool Festival. So Lindsay, I hope I answered your question. And oh yes, Crochet Foundry. Actually, we have Victoria's CFW diary on the Crochet Foundry blog. So yeah, I think I just talk a lot, obviously, and then the blog has all of that information too. So it's really fun to it was fun to share as much as I like could without it being a book. But anyway, I subscribed to your YouTube channel. Yay, Ashley, I'm so happy you did. I hope you enjoy it and us, and I hope you keep coming back. I love your upcycling crochet idea. Crochet Foundry, thank you for continuously watching this. I appreciate you and your help. I obviously need it. But yeah, I'd love to touch more on the whole upcycling, repurposing things, because I have thought the same thing, and I've thought, why can't, like, I don't know how to do it. Where can I go? So why not Crochet Foundry? I would love to go to other shows. I've gone to 4 Stitches events and even worked the Stunning String booth for the weekend. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I think if you can ever get to some of the events, the good thing is there's Yarny events honestly happening everywhere all the time. And depending on which ones, there's actually a lot of really economical options. Like the ticket, it can be like $10 a day sometimes. You obviously have like bigger ones that are a little bit more fancy or stuff like that. However, I do like the fact that there's options for everyone, and they're really, really like all over the place. You would be surprised. Like if you don't think there's nothing near me, think again, take a little Google, and you might find something somewhat close to you. I don't know where you live, so I can't say for a fact, but there is a lot of events in a lot of different places. Miss Karen, I know you've mentioned Vogue Knitting, so that's also a very big event. I haven't attended that one, but I would love to. And they have several crochet like workshops and classes. So that's another good one. It's a very large marketplace. I've seen like a vending type of thing where you can buy a bunch of yarn. So I've gone on so long and I'm still behind on these things. We're all so chatty. I love it. I love chit chatting. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, the model is sister-in-law, and my sister Shannon was a photographer. Thank you, Heather. I believe, yeah, I knew it was something like that, so I did misspeak. It was not Heather's sister. It was her sister-in-law. But your sister photographed, which is super fun. Thank you for sharing that, Heather. I misspelled my own name. Happens to the best of us. You would be surprised. Let's see. More expensive is Vincuna wool. It is from a breed of camel. Kim, I have heard this. I've heard about this. It's kind of wild. I kind of want to look into it now, and maybe we'll talk about this next time. And we can just talk about all the fancy yarns that we may or may not use. And I'm going to write it because I've heard about it. I just haven't looked into it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let's see. We have not tried Malabrigos. We need to talk, friend. You have not. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know why. I feel I may technically have an old, like hank of yarn, like a single, but I don't think it's Malabrigos, but it's similar. But I haven't. I need to. I know it's bad. Let's see. Malabrigo is my fave. I use Rios, and I've used. You know what? You've been eyeing that yarn too. Listen. Crochet Foundry, since you're watching, maybe we should try to get some Malabrigo on here. I would love to. I mean, not that I would be making it, but people love it. So why not have some? I'm just saying. And let's see, I've tried Malabrigo. I used to have a subscription through Knit Crate when they were around, and it was incredible. However, it's one of those projects that I may have not touched in a long time. Monique, happens to the best of us. You're not alone. Yeah, I feel like I need to try Malabrigo now. I feels like I should. Mainly because everybody's saying it's so good. I did some weaving with Malabrigo Rios. It's very nice. That's so fun. Oh, you live in Minnesota. For a second I thought Crystal was in Minnesota, but Crystal's in Wisconsin. I very much apologize for that mistake. Let's see. I want to ask if you've ever tried Expression Fiber Arts yarn. Expression Fiber, I have not. That rings a bell, but I'm not picturing right now. I'm going to look into it. Before I put that comment away, let's look into it. Listen, I'm here for all the ideas. Also, I'm just going to send this one last time. I do need to wrap up because we've been chatting for an hour, and we still need to pick a winner for the gift card. So 1 second, let me get the link again. We're going to share this one last time, just in case you were like, oh, let me just pop in a picture. I'm going to catch up, and then we'll do that. I said, let's see, there we go. Here it is, sorry. So we're going to try Expression Fiber. I didn't write it down. I half wrote it down. Let's see. Once I am fully catching up, we'll pick a winner and we'll bid adieu. And for anyone who speaks French, I apologize for that poor French. But let's see. I'm not going to lie. I'm a yarn curator of hand dyes. So yes, I love to have these conversations. I almost clapped, but then again, too loud. I don't want it to be too loud. Kim. Yeah, I am with you. I personally love hand-dyed yarns. I don't use a lot. I still do use acrylic. I have some acrylic. I do use a lot of cotton sometimes. But then I mainly use like hand-dyed merino type. That's what I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would say that's probably the majority of my stash. But I love talking about yarn, and I love trying new yarns. Like I said, Malabrigo. I've also who was one that I didn't try until somewhat recently, and I really liked it. I can't remember. There was another one that I feel like is another popular brand that it's not super expensive and it's just good quality, and I had it, and it was I think a cotton blend. I don't remember. I'm very sorry. I need to remember better. But I just love trying new yarns. So I love talking about yarns. I love talking about different substitutions. What I know there's websites that you can put it in, but I don't know. Sometimes I like to have that more of a conversation where we're just literally talking. I like to hear what your actual feedback. So I love this kind of talk. If you couldn't tell, let's see. I'm catching up. It's so soft and pretty, cute hoodie. How Crochets. I'm glad you like the hoodie. That I couldn't remember the name. I need to remember things better. Bonfire Snuggles is perfect. I will go grab it now. Tracy, I'm so happy. I'm glad that we got you the pattern you were looking for. We have a lot of, yeah, if you go to the Crochet Foundry website, you can find a lot. You can search things either by what it is, then you have different like filters. So we have a little bit of everything. We have mainly obviously garments, but then we also have a little home decor, a little amigurumi, things like that. And it's very fun. I like what we offer personally. If you could not tell. Let's see. I had my channel for years. This is a story. And then I changed the name and started uploading my videos. That way I didn't lose all my YouTube history. Wait a minute. I missed the, oh no, did I miss the naked snail story? I'm very upset now. I'm scrolling. Maybe I can find it. I'll cry, Minnie. It's fine. Anyway. I love that everybody comments so much because it's such a fun group and fun discussion. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Potentially it's just me. Let's see, we had an even group that met at a pub, but it closed and we haven't been able to find a new place. Oh no. The only other group meets during work hours. Yeah, I feel like there has to be a mix of work and after work because not everybody has either time available. Let's see. My list includes fingerless gloves, a wrap, and on and on. Kathy, you're like, I have so many projects. I will only list 2. I'm with you because I too have so many projects, and I will only. I have this one, and then I have the one that I started in January. A little embarrassing. I haven't finished that one, even though I said I would in September. I'm so sorry I failed you all. And then I have a lot, yeah. So here we are. Here we are with a lot of projects. Where is the pattern for what anyone is making? Kate. In what way? What do you mean? Where is the pattern for what anyone is making? I'm not fully sure I'm understanding the question. However, if you leave a comment and I see it, like I can see it later and then I can answer you better. But yeah, if we're technically all working on different patterns. Bishop cardigan from September, and then my other projects is from January, like from the January issue. Yeah, we're all working on a bunch of different stuff. It's what my mom calls me in Greek. Close it. Oh, okay, that's the story. The naked snail. That's amazing. That's really funny. I really like that. I don't know why I'd like that personal touch, and it's fun that it's in Greek. Monique, I'm not sure why you can't post again. I don't know how I can make this easier for you. I'm so sorry. Michelle is a great designer. Monique, please no. I'm in my head. I'm still thinking of what I could do. That is why I didn't fully answer that question. So I will get to you. I'll probably email you to see if we can do something else. Let's see. Michelle's a great designer. I completely agree. Super talented. Like designs are so pretty too. There's so many that are just so like, they literally look like they were bought at a store. And it's like, oh no, she made this with her hands. Like she designed this. But anyway, let's see. Did you design the cloak again? It is beyond gorgeous. I did not. I'm trying to think which the cloak again is. I don't know if that's one of our patterns, but Opal hook, love it. Yeah, we're all here for Opal. Pass that along, Crochet Foundry. Like I said, let's see, Victoria, you and I should go to Rhinebeck 2024. We should, Heather. Yeah, first of all, I would love to hang out with you in person. Second of all, it'd be so fun. I am, and this is, I would love to, I know we're like at the end and I've gone over now for way too long. However, I am curious at some point, if you want to either email us, I'm probably going to cause like more work, but it doesn't matter. I'm curious to hear about if y'all ever want to share, maybe comment or email, if you want to share the different events you go to. In an ideal world, I would love to push for Furls and Crochet Foundry to attend more events. That's something that we've all been talking about, we want to do, and I really want to help make it happen. And I think one of those steps is hearing where y'all go and where you would like to see Furls and Crochet Foundry like join and attend. I'm just curious. So you don't have to comment now, or even if you just want to even kind of think about where you would want to see us. Send us an email, or we can chit chat about it next week. We can chit chat. We'll do that next week. We'll talk more about that next week. Because I'm curious. Like I do know Rhinebeck is still very like heavy on the knitting side, I would say. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm curious. So anyway, but again, I don't want to open like a huge tub of worms. Not worms in a bad way, but just I don't want to open a whole new conversation when I'm trying to literally wrap this up. Let's see. There are many fiber festivals there. It was also the Lehigh Valley Fiber, Festival of Pennsylvania. You can search on Facebook and then follow the pages so you get updates. Kimberly, you're so right. So many festivals. It's actually wild how many there are. Let's see. I recently attended the Pennsylvania Endless Mountains Fiber Festival. It was great. I bought some new yarn to try. Actually, I think that was the yarn I tried. It was like Valley Yarns or something. I got it in the UK. Anyway, that reminded me somehow. So yeah, there's a lot of festivals here that y'all like. I would love to talk about this more. Crochet Foundry, I love my Librigo. Oh, I swear, we all need to have we need to have our own event where everybody, like, there's so many events I want to go to, and we just need to have our own event too. I'm hope to make this happen. I'm not going to say I'm going to make this happen, but it will happen sometime or another. I've also never tried my Librigo. Jessica, you and I both, we need to at some point try it, and we can chit chat about it. We love chatting with you. Thank you. Hal Crochets, you're so sweet. I'm so glad. My Instagram, I posted on a Malabrigos item I am making. It's a mystery. Ooh, and I partnered with a yarn shop and made a shawl with Malabrigos. Hello, Gabby. I'm going to have to look. Okay, clearly I have not done, I have not done the right thing, which is try Malabrigos. We need these chats 2 hours. Yeah, I know. I wish I could. One, my voice is actually really going because I've been sick. But two, it's actually really bad because I really could talk about yarn for literally hours. I know I say this every week and I'll continue to say it. I love chatting with y'all. I love talking with y'all. Y'all are literally the best. I have so much fun. I have friends that I can talk to about the things I love the most. And I feel like it's kind of similar with y'all. Like, you love to talk about these things. So it's fun to just kind of, all of us, like, join in where we can. I'm going to Angelus, hello, I'm happy you're here. And I'm hoping to start a crochet night in Portland, Oregon. If anyone wants to join, Heather, that is fantastic. Also, have you ever done the yarn crawl that is in Portland? I'm just curious. You don't have to answer now. So many comments. I literally wish I could read everything, but we would be here 2 hours. Let's see, we need a 2 hour chat. Lol, Hal Crochet. Listen, 2 people for 2 hours. It will just be us 3, I think. But it's fine. I don't go to those things because I don't want to go alone. Curated Life Wiggle Butt Crochet. Honestly, I'm going to touch on this, and then we're going to pick a winner, and then I'll say my goodbyes, and then hopefully we will, we'll be kind of caught up. We are kind of caught up pretty much. This is a good place. I'm with you 100%. I will never push anybody to do anything, or, you're like, you need to, like, I will say those words, but please know that that's not what I'm not. I can't make you do anything. And I don't want to make you do anything. I used to be really like, one, it was kind of a bummer. 2, it was kind of like, well, I don't want to go by myself. And like 3, I was just like, is it really going to be that fun if I go by myself? I started going to yarn events by myself, mainly because, 1, I don't really have yarny friends here. So it's like, I don't have a friend to bring. 2, if somebody did go with me, it was my husband, who is super sweet. And he actually is very helpful. But then there was times where it would only work out for me to go on, like, either during a work day or just when he wasn't, or something like that. And I didn't want to miss it. So I went, and it was actually really fun to go by myself because I personally just really enjoy looking at yarn. And like, even I went to a yarn event a couple hours away from where I am in like northern part of the country. And I went by myself, and I had the whole day by myself. And it was actually super fun. And I think it was because I just would, like, you kind of just chit chat with the people at the yarn booth. And I even, like, at one point, somebody like invited me to like crochet or knit, because you could choose like a square for a flag or a blanket they were making. And I was like, no, at first, because I was a little nervous. And so I just kind of kept walking. And then eventually I was like, well, no, but I kind of want to crochet. And yeah, I just like, I like awkwardly made my way all the way down and around, and then I was like, I'll just walk by again. And I sat down and I crocheted a little square, and it wasn't even a square, actually. I think I shared this on Instagram at some point on the Furls account. I was using my Leo hook, funnily enough, And I made this. Hold on. I'll just pull it up really quick because it's right here. I made this picture where it's like, because it's for they're making a pride blanket and it's going to be pretty much the flag. And so I just made like just a little block of the colors and it was so fun. So it's an encouragement of if you ever thought maybe I'll just give it a go, you could. However, I mean, I'm with you. There's a lot of things I don't like to do alone or go alone too. So that is all I will share. I haven't done the Portland yarn crawl yet, but I should. I need to go to Port anyway. We'll talk about that later. I will not talk about this like I'm about to make plans with you, Heather. It's fine. I have done the yarn crawl in Seattle. Okay, so I've seen all these yarn crawl. Like I haven't done one. I feel like I need to, but it's so fun that I'm glad you did that one though. Let's see. Oh my gosh, my sister's in Oregon. I'd love to go visit and hit up a yarn crawl. Yolanda, you and me both. I'll just meet you there. It's fine. I'm planning on going to a fairly newish festival in York, New England next week. Lindsay, let us know how it is. I would love to hear more about it. That's what's so fun. There's so many events. You would be surprised. Sometimes they're in like little tiny pockets that you would never expect. And it really is it's kind of a shocker. I'm like, oh, I didn't think of that. Anyway, we're going to pick someone. Let me find the post. Let me see. There we go. Let me pull up all the comments, make sure it's there. Okay. I scroll, and okay, I almost clicked on my own name. That would be great. Let's see. I wish I could see. I will say there's not too many comments on here. So if y'all ever see that there's not too many comments, just pick a little pattern and just start making and post a picture, because then your chances of winning are significantly higher. I just want to say it's been a slower month. I'm not going to lie on these comments. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying you have a higher chance of winning. Okay, let's see. Oh gosh, who did I reply to? No one. I always click on either my name or like a non-name, like a nothing. I click in the middle of the road. My road, I mean page. There we go. Kayla Halverson. Are you using Brava Sport Weight? So fun. Let me see. How can I share this? I love how I'm answering my question. Congratulations, Kayla. I hope you're still listening, maybe just a little tiny bit in the back. And because I know you're working, but you won. You're working on, let's see, making progress on the cables. Oh, they look very nice. Of the double espresso duster from fall 2021 issue. This design is by MJ's Off the Hook. I'm using Bravo Sport in the colorway Fairy Tale, trying to fit a section in each week between work and all my other works and projects. Honestly, sometimes you do have to make your own little kind of schedule. You're like, I'm going to work on this chunk, and then once I get, I'm going to move. I have done that. It works very well. But congratulations, Kayla. I hope you're watching or listening, and I'm going to put the email just in case. CrochetFoundry.com, support at CrochetFoundry.com. I am lurking. Thanks so much. Okay, I'm glad you heard that you won. So send me an email and we'll get your gift card sent over. And congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, for participating. Next week, we will go over, oh, there we go. There's my picture. Stop sharing. Next week, we will go over the actual designs of Crochet Foundry October issue. And I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. I think I'm going to we've already talked a lot about the festivals that y'all are going to. So I think I'm going to kind of look over and see what everybody has to say, because I would love to potentially go to one of those and see everybody. By saying I mean literally like Furls and Crochet Foundry. So we normally go together, obviously. But have a great week. I hope you're staying cool if it's too hot, and I hope you're staying warm if it's too cold. But y'all are the best. I can't wait to see you next week. Bye, y'all.